used to get to run around.
It's week 9 of the NFL, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He was a popular target his last time out, over 180 yards receiving. It's the Dolphins and the Jets coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at MetLife Stadium in Miami. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, at Zach Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 22 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the number 1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And some room to work. Still on his feet. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, Based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Come on. Hey! 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates.
On first down, Watkins. This one is caught. It's Patton. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 14 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
No check.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles, is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Looking to throw on second down. Watkins. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give running right is Hall. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Dolphins at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Dixie Maverick! Dixie Maverick!
To throw on 3rd down. Watkins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of it.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Channing Tindall in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Seems to me that our friend, old momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
To throw on 2nd down, Watkins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball... McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Watkins. Caught outright by Patton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on 1st down. Watkins over the middle. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Let's go now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Give to Hall running right. And he's got it down to the 28.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Hall again on second down. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Watkins. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. In motion, the tight end. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, halfway to 100 now, career touchdown number 50. And the Jets have regained the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
70, 18 Rebels, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On 1st and 10, Watkins. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. On the move past the 40. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shock to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On first down, Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Moore. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. This is caught by Robinson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets have yet again retaken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. Good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect it. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there.
Bronco switch. 60 Maverick. 19. Orange 17.
On 3rd down, Watkins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start with a couple of teams that got to know each other in the playoffs the last decade or so. Baltimore in Foxborough to take on New England. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown run. From there, we'll head down to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home in MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Treylon Burks, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I'm just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
And I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Hall again, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Straight ahead is Hall. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wilson now off the bootleg. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he goes out right around the 39. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have retaken a third quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of that.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami.
It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Off play action. Watkins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
That's interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Operating from the gun, Watkins. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tanner Connor from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown at the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Miami set to take over. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hall on to give up the middle. And able to get this to the 31. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
60 Bison, 18 Cardinal.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Down to about the 23.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And out come the Dolphins now.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Here's a give to Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready.
send the tight end in motion left. Ball again on second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, smash Bronco.
Ball again. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On the jump. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A handoff for Hall. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Alert! Alert!
Now receiver in motion left. They'll run with Hall. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. In motion left, the tight end. They'll try to run with Hall. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did that? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Dolphins, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.